we talked yesterday about the kings, Solomon and David. That was the golden age of Israel, actually. It doesn't really end well for United Israel and then eventually Israel and Judah. They get sent to exile after getting destroyed by foreign powers. Not ideal. But God still doesn't give up on the people. Though the people were sent prophets to repent, wicked kings refused to change their ways. And they suffer the consequences of their actions. God gives them another chance. God still believes in the potential good of humanity. And in fact, this is mirrored in the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah is a prophet called by God who begins his account by praying for his people. Now, why is this significant? This is a post-exilic book, which means that it's after the exile. Nehemiah is a cupbearer in the halls of, I believe it's Persia, so it is a foreign power, and he is allowed to go back and help rebuild the second temple, the same temple that Jesus will overturn tables at, by the way, but also to the people are allowed to return from exile. Cyrus of Persia has delivered them, and so God's chosen servant, as the prophets say, and so this is a moment that Nehemiah recognizes. God is giving us another chance. God has delivered us through Cyrus. This is a clean slate. We made mistakes. We suffer consequences for our mistake, but God so chooses to believe in us, and so thus I will prophesy in that way. And before Nehemiah gives them maybe the news they don't want to hear about how they need to, act a certain way, need to be worthy of this calling, he starts by praying for the people. This first chapter, he starts by praying that God, who keeps covenant, steadfast love, will hear this prayer. Be with the servants of Israel, right? Make this mission. Believe in us, basically. I see you doing this for us. So help us believe in this mission. Help us believe in ourselves. Help us get away from the bad barrel that we were living in and be good apples, right? Go back to the sermon from Sunday. This is our, if you read a lot of the prophets, it's actually kind of refreshing. Usually most prophets are like, we're doomed, everyone's the worst, right? Nehemiah's like, no, you know what? There's something here. There's something to work with. I see what God's up to. I see the good in our people. Let's give this a shot. And so they do. And they actually do end up rebuilding the temple. They do end up reestablishing themselves, not following wicked kings and stuff. There is a lot of progress made. Now, there are moments, again, like all of humanity, up and down. But again, there was something there that God saw, that Nehemiah saw, that invested in the people. They believed in them and it changed their lives. Whew. Okay, that'll be it for this week. For the Old Testament, we'll go into the New Testament tomorrow.